Welcome to Big 24 Updates, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning. Imagine a single piece of paper changing the future of an entire continent. On October 17, 2025, the Philippines unveiled a new standard map, a bold declaration and a direct challenge to China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea. This isn't just a bureaucratic update, it's a calculated act of national sovereignty. The map redraws the lines of power in one of the world's most contested waters. For years, China's assertiveness has dominated the South China Sea narrative. Now the Philippines is using the power of cartography to push back. This is a battle of laws, history, and national identity, fought not with warships, but with lines on a map. Think of it like a fence marking your property. Nations need the same clarity, but on a grander scale. The new map replaces ambiguity with precision, building a legal fence in the sea. It's a statement: this is our territory, defined by international law. In the 21st century, power isn't just about military might, it's about information, law, and the courage to assert your rights. The Philippines is using modern tools to defend its interests. As the world watches reactions from Beijing, Washington, and beyond, we're witnessing a pivotal moment. These lines aren't just on paper, they're being etched into Asia's geopolitical landscape. The new map is more than a document, it's the opening chapter of a new story. The Philippines is showing that even small nations can shape the future with the stroke of a pen. This act could reshape alliances and the flow of global trade for decades. The world often turns on small hinges, and today, it's turning on a map. The first chapter has just been written. What is this new standard map? It's the Philippines' official depiction of its national territory, land, islands, and, crucially, maritime zones. The map incorporates the 2016 Arbitral Award from The Hague, which invalidated many of China's claims. It visually asserts the Philippines' 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, or EEZ, as defined by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Within this zone, the Philippines has exclusive rights to resources like fish, oil, and gas. The map also officially names these waters the West Philippine Sea, reinforcing national identity. It's not just for diplomats, it's for classrooms, government agencies, and every Filipino. By making this the standard, the Philippines embeds its legal rights into national consciousness. The map's creation involved legal experts, geographers, and diplomats, ensuring every line is accurate and defensible. This isn't a quick political gesture, it's a deliberate, evidence-based project. The map is a clear, unambiguous statement. Here are the facts, here is the law, and here is our map. It sets the baseline for all future discussions and negotiations. The Philippines is making its position impossible to ignore. To grasp the map's significance, we must understand what it challenges: China's sweeping 9-dash line. This U-shaped line claims nearly the entire South China Sea, overlapping the EEZs of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei. The line's origins are murky, based on vague historical assertions rather than international law. The 2016 Hague Tribunal ruled there's no legal basis for China's historic rights within the 9-dash line. China rejected the ruling and continues to enforce its claims with Coast Guard and maritime militia. The 9-dash line is a unilateral claim that disregards the rights of other nations and has led to dangerous confrontations at sea. The Philippine map is a direct response, grounded in law, not legend. The Philippine map and China's 9-dash line represent two competing visions for the South China Sea. The Philippine map is based on proximity and international law. China's is rooted in historical claims and power. Think of the Philippine map as a modern city plan: precise, fair, and predictable. Every coastal country gets a 200 nautical mile EEZ, regardless of size. China's map is more like an ancient treasure map, vague, shifting, and ignoring neighbors' rights. On the Philippine map, a Filipino fishing boat 150 miles west of Palawan is clearly within its EEZ. On China's map, that same boat is a trespasser. This is why confrontations at sea are so frequent. The two maps create two different realities. The Philippines is now pushing for its reality. based on international law, to become the global standard. It's a fight between a rules-based order and might makes right. The stakes are enormous: resources, security, and the future of the region. The world is watching which map will define the South China Sea. The new Philippine map has sent shockwaves across the Indo-Pacific. China condemned the move, calling it a provocation and warning of escalation. Other claimants like Vietnam quietly welcomed the initiative, seeing it as a step toward upholding international law. Malaysia and Brunei are cautious but empowered by the precedent. The map offers a template for other nations to legally define their claims. The United States and Western allies praise the map as a courageous stand for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The region is now divided. China sees a challenge to its core interests, while others see a defense of sovereignty and law. The map has drawn a diplomatic line in the sand, forcing countries to choose between shared rules and raw power. The Philippines has set a new standard for the region. Maps are more than paper. They shape how we see the world and ourselves. For Filipinos, the new map is a source of national pride and identity. By putting it in every classroom, the government ensures future generations understand their country's true extent. Maps turn legal concepts, like the EEZ, into tangible parts of the homeland. Clear boundaries are essential for managing resources, protecting the environment, and governing effectively. The new map is a tool for prosperity, stewardship, and sovereignty. Maps also play a central role in international relations. Clear borders foster peace, while ambiguity breeds conflict. The Philippine map is an invitation to resolve disputes through law, not force. It's a diplomatic tool, communicating the country's position clearly and peacefully. In a region plagued by ambiguity, the map brings much-needed clarity. It's a visual statement. This is who we are, and this is what is ours. The release of the new map marks a turning point in the South China Sea saga. It shifts the focus back to international law and the rights of all nations. The map won't solve the dispute overnight, but its long-term impact could be profound. It encourages Southeast Asian nations to unite around a clear, legal standard. If others follow, it creates a powerful front against unilateral claims. This is a lesson in the power of geography, law, and informed citizenship. The future of the South China Sea will be shaped by whether law or force prevails. The Philippines has bet on the rule of law, using a map as its weapon. This is a symbol of hope, that disputes can be resolved by reason, not intimidation. The pen, or the cartographer's pen, may yet prove mightier than the sword.